Welcome back to the show. Let's talk about some companies now. Kritika Saxena is standing by. She's with the CEO of Intelenet. Let's just cut across and listen in. Kritika.
Well, yes, it's an important day for Intelenet. Intelenet has been acquired by Serco. Serco is now the 100% owner of Intelenet Global Services, one of the leading BPO firms in the country. I have with me the CEO of Intelenet. Thanks for joining us, Susir. Let me just start with, there are three large investors. There's Barclays, Blackstone and HDFC that will be exiting. Blackstone holds around 66%. Can you give us an idea about what is the premium that these individual investors will be getting? So 385 million pounds is the figure. What is the demarcation for the investors? Can you give us a broad purview?
Sure. So I think, as I told you, the transaction is being done at a total of up to 385 million pounds sterling, which includes about 50 million sterling on account of earnouts. So I think we all know that 66% of the company is held by Blackstone, 12.75% of the company is held by Barclays, 4.5% is held by HDFC, and the balance 16% is held by the management team, a large group of people within the company. So I think everybody is given proportionately, so it's not that one shareholder is given more and the other shareholder is given less. It's all proportionately given to all the shareholders.
Okay. As a part of this deal, there will be an exit from all the board representatives from Blackstone, HDFC and Barclays. Will there be a board reshuffle now? Can you give us details on by when will the board reorganization be complete? By when will Blackstone, Barclays, HDFC representatives exit the board?
Sure. So I think as of today morning, the definitive agreements have been signed, but it will take about 4 to 6 weeks for us to get regulatory approvals before which we can get to close. And I think on closing, we will have the current board of directors stepping out and a new set of board getting formed. So I think the relationship with Blackstone and Barclays will continue going forward. They will continue to be our clients. They have been a great supporter of the company as investors. Blackstone, as you know, in the last 3 years have added about 6 clients being their portfolio companies. Barclays has been a client for us for a long time, and they continue to grow as a client of ours. So I think the relationship with Barclays, Blackstone and even HDFC is a client of ours. So the relationship will continue with them as our clients, but obviously there is going to be a board change.
Is there some kind of a definite agreement wherein there is an assurance that the clients from these three investors will remain put in the company?
So there is no kind of commitment in that sense, because if you see Blackstone, the Blackstone fund is the investor, but the companies who are our clients are basically the Blackstone portfolio companies. Right. So I think in terms of the clients, the relationship will continue as long as we're able to provide value to them. And similar with Barclays, it is very clearly, as long as you're delivering service, they're going to continue as your client. But there is no commitment as a part of this deal to continue as clients.
Okay. Also now, of course, you've said earlier that you will be merging or rather combining Serco BPO along with Intelenet, which basically means that the combined entity will be a 100% owned subsidiary of Serco, the global division. Can you give us details on how the merger would work in terms of your addressable size to the market? How would this function?
So I think just to give a quick context, Serco is a 4.3 billion sterling company, a listed company in the London Stock Exchange, and Serco made an investment about 2 years back in a company called Infovision, which is now called Serco BPO. So Serco BPO is roughly about 8,000 people, which is completely focused on the domestic India market. Intelenet has about 32,000 people and works both in international market and the domestic market. So in terms of, for Intelenet, about 75% of its revenues come from international business and 25% of its revenue come from domestic business. Intelenet's domestic business is the largest supplier of services in the domestic market. So with combining Serco BPO with the Intelenet's domestic business, the Intelenet domestic business by far would be the largest supplier of services within India. And this combined entity will become the BPO division of Serco. So Serco is basically involved in providing frontline services. And I think the whole vision is to be a company which can give a complete end-to-end service, right from consulting to frontline services to middle and back office, and technology all together.
Okay.
Okay, that's the word coming in. $385 million is the deal, and Serco has acquired 100% stake in Intelenet for that particular amount. On that note, we'll wind up with closing bell. We'll take a short break and come back with After the Bell. Stay tuned.